It's much harder to come back. I'm waiting.
You know, why not some Bee Gees? What the hell? 10:34. Welcome back. Daily Show hitting you on a Tuesday morning. It's 85 degrees outside, 135 down in this basement, and Evelyn King's here to fill us in on her book. So you've been waiting on this for quite a bit.
Yes, I've been working on this this book specifically since, I want to say November.
Mm-hmm.
So it's actually a pretty short turnaround.
Yeah.
But the length of the project and the details going into the project are insane. That's what's taken the most time.
Yeah, because I know that you were looking for someone to do some cover photos for you and some illustrations.
Yeah.
And I'm not a drawer, so I couldn't really help
Me
you.
neither. That was my thing too. I was like, let me write a children's book. Let me make it this super important, impactful thing. Oh wait, I can't draw. So that took a while, but we've got that squared away. I've got someone that we actually went to high school with, Shannon Willis, is
cool,
working
yeah.
on it.
Really cool.
And the style that she's doing it in is very kid friendly, almost kind of like a child did it, like in the most positive way.
I was about to say there, hold on
Like,
here. She's not done yet. I'd wait until she sends them back.
Right. She draws like a child. Not what I'm saying. But
It's that vibe, though.
It's that vibe,
Yeah.
and that's ideal.
Well, to be honest with you, that's kind of a difficult style, too, because when you're
Yeah.
talented and kind of simplify it, I'm sure that can be a little bit tricky sometimes.
Yeah, and that was kind of what I was scared about with getting someone to illustrate with the book was I'm not a children's book writer. This is my first ever children's book. I write fantasy novels. So just doing the writing part of it was really difficult for me. I didn't want there to also be like super complex illustrations that would be a little too overwhelming for a kid that would then kind of drown out the story and the purpose of the book.
Well, you're right, though, because, I mean, honestly, we all look at a children's book and go, oh, I can do one of those, but you don't realize how many complexities are really in that one page that says the dog jumped the fence, but you don't see how it all kind of ties in together to keep them engaged and excited.
Right. You have to use, like, simple words, but also keep it engaging for them. And, like, I think luckily since I'm a mom now, I was better able to be like, let me go grab a book off my kid's shelf and compare it, see if I'm using too big of words.
Well, that's a good call, though, because what happens is, too, and I think that's a good testament, you can't just go out and do something and say, well, it's done and I'm ready to go. Sometimes you can get the best advice by doing the most simple things, like working with some of the things your daughter's already doing.
Exactly. So that's been nice to have those resources right around the corner for
So
me.
how did the idea start? I mean, obviously, Lucy's Playhouse has been there forever, and we've all, I might have had an idea, not all of us, about maybe doing something with it. Not a book per se, but just going, man, that's a landmark. What made you really spur the creative bug and start writing about the Playhouse?
So it was middle of the night. I could not sleep. And I was honestly procrastinating my other book series. And I just didn't want to work on it. And I was like, a kid's book would be fun. And I've had so many people suggest that I write a kid's book since I became a mom. I was like, what would I even write it about? Like, kids' books usually have a lesson to them, something to teach. I was like, history. Like, Alton's history is so important to me. And that's something that even my daughter's almost 2. Like, I still go out of my way to, like, take her to antique stores and take her to local historic landmarks. And we had just gone to Haskell Park that day. So I was like, let me write a book that uses Haskell as a setting, uses Lucy as a character, and teaches children that history around us is so important and that we need to protect it.
Well, and honestly, it spawns more of a conversation than just protecting, too. It's more of a love where you live and actually stay here conversation.
Yes,
because,
that too.
Evelyn, we have nobody left in our age group around here.
It's just us. It's just me and you.
Well, it feels like it, though. Yeah. I mean, if you look at, like, Alton High School that has a class of 700 by the time you and I were graduating, and, you keep going down, it's like, where the hell are these people? We have opportunities here. Yes. We have so many things, but we have no young people to really come and support.
Yeah, and that was, so I moved away for years.
Right.
I lived in Ohio, and then I lived in St. Louis, and I lived in Kansas City, and I loved my time away. No one ever believes me, but there is no place like Alton.
There's not.
Like, that is why we came back. That's why I settled down, bought a house, had a kid, got married, like the whole thing, because Alton sticks out.
Yeah.
It's unique. There is people always want to say, there's nothing to do here. There's the same 10 people that you see or the same 2 bars you go to. It's like, no, there's so much history and there's so much growth happening. There's so much progress that we can all make. The community is so involved and so lovely and so amazing. And I think highlighting these things that, Haskell Park to us is just the park in Middletown.
Right.
But if you think about it a little bit harder, it's special.
Yeah.
And it adds to the magic of this town.
Well, and too, I mean, you're so right about that, and it's amazing to me because I've gone all over with wrestling and soccer and everything else and had fun doing it, but eventually you realize that those same 2 spots that you're talking about here, everyone's got those same 2 spots, and no matter what town, you could be in New York City, but guess what?
Yeah.
There's going to be those same 2 spots.
Exactly.
But you can't change the people, and the people in this town are why I keep coming back, because there's amazing community roots, and there's a wonderful atmosphere, and you realize that there's not going to be another Johnson's Corner. There's not going to be another Max or downtown or a Hainer Library. There's not. It's here. So let's come here and let's really establish and let's support.
Yeah, exactly. And I think sharing that
that's cool.
with like young parents and then also like the children that are growing up in Alton, they need to learn that somehow.
Yeah.
And it's integral that we teach them that.
It's really cool. And now with the book, take me through this. So I'm just going to, I'm going to kind of do my worst at thinking, which is probably normal for me. Is this like, Genevieve goes into Lucy Haskell Playhouse and it takes her back in time somewhere?
Yeah, pretty much.
Hell yes! Okay! I was thinking about this all day, and I'm like, what's this book about? And that's what my mind immediately went to.
Yeah, so you're essentially right on the nose. It's basically Genevieve and her mom have been up at Haskell Playhouse playing all day, and it's based on something my mom and I used to do. They go home, and Genevieve's really upset that she can't play with the toys that are in the Lucy Haskell Playhouse. Yeah. And so Genevieve's mom is like, well, let me tell you a story about Lucy Haskell and why we can't play with those toys. And so Genevieve has a dream that she goes on a play date with Lucy in 1890. And so it goes on.
That's actually really cool.
It's fun. I think it's good.
Do you have a moment to stick around? I got to pay another bill here real quick. We're getting a lot of sponsors. That's a problem.
Nice,
Good problem. And, it's always a good problem when you have sponsors like Haug Orthodontics, who's tried and true in the 618 and has been for years. At Haug Orthodontics, their mission is to perform a warm, family-friendly office environment with doctors and a team dedicated to your satisfaction and clinical excellence. Now, their passionate, diverse, and experienced team is committed to that high-quality customer care. And listen, whether or not it's braces now or Invisalign next summer, there's so many options that can help you create that unforgettable smile and help with your self-confidence, help with your child's, and all of the benefits that come with it. You can go to unforgettablesmiles.net. That'll take you to the office of Dr. Haug, or just give them a call today. You can do so if I can do my job correctly and give you the right phone number. 618-463-7002. That's 618-463-7002. Call the office, set an appointment, and make sure that you're doing the best for your child's or yourself's orthodontic care. And just make sure you tell them that you know who sent you over their way. At 10:43, a quick break. We come back with Evelyn right after this.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
I just got a new air conditioner. Top of the line.
I bet mine's better. It's so efficient and quiet, I hardly know it's running.
I've got you both trumped. I've got a Linux.
So do I.
Barrett Heating and Cooling carries Linux products to meet any budget. Don't gamble with your energy dollars. Call Barrett Heating and Cooling and start saving today.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Welcome to Evergreen Place, a community that embodies joyful living, independence, and financial freedom for seniors. If you're looking for a full day of activities or to relax in your apartment, we have you covered. Located on the Alton Memorial campus. To know us is to love us. Experience the difference at Evergreen Place.
Life's better when you're under our roof. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you worked so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
In the heart-pounding moments of the game, every move counts, just like in chiropractic care. Dr. Andrew Dykman of Rosewood Chiropractic champions this belief, supporting our teams in every drive and supporting his patients for nearly 20 years, offering affordable, compassionate, all-natural wellness care. Call 618-259-2676 or visit rosewoodchiropractic.com today. Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ. Welcome back. Evelyn King in the building. And the rest of my hair sprays down my eye. I literally have like a sweat with all hairspray in my
No.
Genevieve and the Magic Haskell Playhouse is coming out in mid-July. Now, for all you guys that want to kind of get a better image of this, let's see if I can do this the right way. This is always dangerous. There you go. Here's the cover of it. That looks beautiful. Now, Ben Harrison did that, correct?
Yeah, Ben Harrison did that. That was one of the drawings that he had done, and I asked him for his permission to use it because I love his artwork, and I love that drawing. I think it's just the most beautiful portrayal of the Playhouse.
Yeah.
And he very, very kindly is allowing me to
He's
use
a
it
good
for the
guy.
cover.
He's a good guy.
I love Ben. I actually bought his old house. That's not related to the book, but I own his old
did
house.
you?
Yeah, that's how we know each other.
That's wonderful. Well, Genevieve and the Magic Haskell Playhouse is what we've been talking about. Now, you're setting this for tentatively mid-July?
Yes, it'll be mid-July. The Haskell Foundation will be posting on their social medias about a book signing. Don't want to throw out a date just because fingers crossed that everything goes according to plan since it's been a bit bumpy. But they'll be sharing a book signing that we'll be doing at the Playhouse.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And now, going forward, is there a way that like districts can get their hands on a copy or anything like that? Or are you going to be able to do mass production?
Yes, yeah. So it'll probably be easiest to contact me. I have a writing Facebook page. It's just Evelyn King Author. People can message me there, and I can do bulk orders. And we're planning on doing a few bulk orders in the beginning. I want to donate some to some of the schools.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. And what was the most difficult part of putting this together? Because, I mean, honestly, I think for me it would be actually just doing it because you think it's going to be something fun, and then all of a sudden you realize it's a little bit more. Is that kind of the thought process? I'm just trying to pick up a little bit here.
Honestly, it is. I thought it was going to be a lot easier than any other book that I've published, but it's actually been so much harder because there is the additional step of illustrating it. We're also doing a lot of charity work with the book. So 10% of proceeds will go to Jacoby, another 10 to Alton Area Landmarks. 10 will be split between Hainer Children's and Hainer's Genealogy.
Cool.
And then 10 to the Haskell Foundation.
Really cool.
So getting all of that set up has been kind of challenging to make sure that we're doing that the proper way.
Right.
And then I have plans to make a toy that goes along with the book. And I had this huge ambition. I was like, I'm going to sew all these toys by hand. So now I have to learn how to sew.
Is it the house?
No, it's a cat.
Okay, I was about ready to say,
No,
I don't know
no.
how you sew a damn house
If
together.
I could sew a house.
It's like, I
These
swear to
books would
God,
be
I was like, how are you going to make a toy out of a playhouse? But that makes sense, so it's the cat.
Yeah, there's a little cat. I was obsessed with it as a kid. It's inside the playhouse. And
Yep.
did you ever see, I know like a lot of grandmas had them, the cats that are like this tall. It's just the shape of the cat.
Yep.
Just those old toys. We're going to do some of those.
You know, we did an interview with Margaret, and oh no, I love that woman to death. There was another lady I talked to, and I talk to them both every time we do the Playhouse. So we were inside the Playhouse doing the interview. It was fun, but we probably shouldn't have done that when it was 96 degrees outside in the middle of summer.
Yeah.
But you're right, though, to go inside of it and really see all those different artifacts and just a way that a young child could truly connect to life 100 years ago or 150, I mean, it's pretty darn impressive.
Yeah, I always say that, like, I'm a huge antique collector. I'm a huge historian, especially when it comes to Alton. Life is not that much different.
Yeah.
And I think that's very humbling, but also can give you a lot of peace.
Yeah, and you know, this is off the topic of the book, but another thing that you do really well at is preserving your own history. Because I get so tired of these people that come into town and they want to buy this Victorian house, and what they do is they don't realize that you're not the owner of the home, you're just the steward for the next chapter.
Yes.
You know, and so I just kudos to you for restoring everything the
Thank
correct
you.
way and not just slapping everything you want on there and just and becoming the owner. Because there's a
appreciate
certain
that.
way to live in Middletown,
I really
and you're
appreciate
doing
that.
it the right way. Seriously.
Thank you. Yeah, we that was another huge inspiration for the book was buying our Pfeifenberger last year and going through the restoration and preservation efforts of that, which has been crazy. But Lucas Pfeifenberger also built Lucy Haskell's Playhouse. So, like, it's, I don't know, protecting history is our responsibility, in my opinion.
Yeah, for sure. And now the book signing would be at around middle of June as well.
Middle to end.
Okay.
Around the birthday party. We don't want to put out official dates yet, but
no.
somewhere around there, they'll definitely be posting it on social media.
That's
but
really cool.
It'll be fun. It'll be a great time.
Now, would you do this children's book again?
I am planning several more.
Okay.
It is going to continue to be around Genevieve. Genevieve is based on my daughter. The next one that I'm working on is going to be closer to Halloween, and it's called Genevieve and the Haunted McPike Mansion.
Oh, really cool.
So I'm working on that. That's exciting. It's about her and her friend meeting the ghosts of McPike Mansion and going back in time again to see the mansion in all of its glory.
That's awesome. Well, keep me updated.
I will.
I want to talk about it again. You guys can get your hands on a copy when they do come out, hopefully by the middle of July. And if not, just stay tuned to Evelyn King Author Facebook page and us, because I'm sure we'll release it too. But seriously, great work on this.
Thank you so much.
Cool that Shannon's the one doing that. That's a cool tie-in,
yeah,
too.
I'm excited.
With that being said, it's 10:53, and I got to take a quick break and wrap up the Tuesday that was right after this and get the sweat out of my eye on RiverBender.com and Roku TV.